Today, the Senate began confirmation hearings for Donald Trump's cabinet picks, focusing on Pete Hegseth, nominated for Defense Secretary. Hegseth faced scrutiny over his past comments on women in combat roles, with Senator Kirsten Gillibrand questioning his earlier statements. "I am here to restore the warrior culture and rebuild our military. Our standards will be high, and they will be equal, not equitable. Please explain these types of statements because they're brutal, and they disrespect men and women who are willing to die for this country." Hegseth clarified he supports women in the military, but opposes lowering standards. Allegations of personal misconduct were also raised, which Hegseth dismissed as a smear campaign. "I'm not a perfect person, but redemption is real, and God has forged me in ways that I know I'm prepared for this role." Despite controversies, he received support from some Republican senators, like Joni Ernst. "He was adequately able to answer all of my questions. So yes, I will be supporting President Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth." His lack of management experience for leading a department with a vast budget and workforce was another point of discussion, with Hegseth positioning himself as a change agent. The hearings revealed deep divisions, but also showed Hegseth's likely path to confirmation with Republican backing. With the Senate's confirmation hearings in full swing, today's focus was on Pete Hegseth, Donald Trump's choice for Defense Secretary. His testimony before the Senate Armed Services Committee was both a battleground for ideological differences and a platform for Hegseth to defend his controversial views. "Our military must prioritize readiness above all else. It's not about diversity quotas, it's about who can best defend our nation." Democratic senators, including Senator Tammy Duckworth, a combat veteran herself, challenged Hegseth's stance on diversity and inclusion in the military. The atmosphere was charged as they questioned his views, highlighting the importance of representation in the armed forces. The debate underscored the deep divide between Democratic and Republican senators on military priorities. "Your comments suggest a military where only certain types of people can serve. How do you reconcile that with the diversity of America and its armed forces? Every American who meets the rigorous standards should serve, regardless of background, but those standards must be uncompromised." The discussion then shifted to Hegseth's personal history. Senator Jack Reed raised concerns about Hegseth's past behavior. "There have been reports of excessive drinking and inappropriate conduct. How do you respond to these allegations?" "I've made mistakes, but I've also learned from them. My focus now is on leading with integrity and ensuring our military is the best it can be." Senator Tom Cotton, a Republican, offered a different perspective, praising Hegseth's military service. Senator Tom Cotton, a Republican, offered a different perspective, praising Hegseth's military service. Senator Tom Cotton, a Republican, offered a different perspective, praising Hegseth's military service. "Pete Hegseth has served our country honorably. His understanding of the warrior ethos is exactly what we need at the Department of Defense."